Time for a chat with Pat.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and today our guest is Gabriel Garnica. Hope I said that right. He has been an educator for over 30 years and a Catholic writer for over half that time. Gabriel has a JD from New York University and an MS Ed in counseling from Fordham University, and he teaches at the Avila Institute for Spiritual Formation. He's a certified Catholic spiritual director, and I could go on and on. He has a long vitae here, but I was very taken by an article that he wrote in the Catholic Stand, which is an online Catholic magazine in a sense, right? But the name of it was called Distraction and Misdirection, the Demonic Shell Game. And I found it intriguing, and I also found it intriguing as he talks about it in two specific areas. Hello, Gabriel. How are you today?
Fine, thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, that's okay. This was a very interesting article because I always think that we have a lot of power when in the way we word things, the type of words we use to explain things. It can shift a conversation. It can shift the way we look at things. And so you talked about two kind of controversial topics in this article, immigration and abortion. So I want you to, first of all, explain, if you will, to our audience, what do you mean by distraction and misdirection? And then talk about it in relation to these two topics.
Sure. Well, distraction and tricks that people often do, not always in a good way, is they pull the wool over your eyes. They kind of get your focus, like a shell game. They have you focus on one thing because they don't want you to focus on the other. So they kind of distract you, that misdirecting your attention. So that's what I meant by the distraction and the misdirection. Now,
Okay.
as far as abortion and immigration, obviously, the forces that favor the people that favor abortion, they make it legal and the whole deal. What they'll do is they'll start talking about the language.
I'm losing you a little bit. So
Hello?
I
Yes.
don't know. Yeah, I'm losing. You're kind of cutting in and out on me. So I want you to, if you
Okay.
can maybe shift so I can get you clearly here.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Yes,
me now?
I can. Uh-huh.
Okay, so I better not move an inch.
Okay.
But we use different language, and it sounds like making a woman.
Oh, I'm
going to
still
the
losing
dentist.
you. I'm still losing
Oh.
you, Gabriel. Oh,
Oh, can you hear me?
Ella, I can hear you, and then you kind of cut out on me. So keep going.
Okay. So basically, if you change, it look like having then say women have the right to go to a doctor. So you kind of focus the baby.
Oh, I'm having a really hard time here with hearing you. Just keep cutting out.
We could try
could we
calling you back.
Yeah, could
Okay.
I try something? I know something with my phone. I'll call back, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right, very good. Because I love the way the conversation's going.
I know I'm losing like every other word, and in this discussion, if you don't hear the whole thing, you're not going to understand it. Because he really does make some strong points here, and Gabriel himself is an immigrant from Colombia. He has been here over 30 years. He did it, through the immigration laws. He came into the country legally, so he has some strong feelings about how we're looking at immigration today. And so I really kind of wanted to get his take on this because he's a person who has come to our country from a country
Right.
that was very difficult. And he uses these ideas of how we won't use the term legal or illegal.
And we do have him back on the line.
Oh, good. Gabriel, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I
Ooh,
think the
there you
devil's trying to stop us.
I think so. I just explained to the audience that you yourself are an immigrant to our country from
Yes.
Colombia and have been here for over 30
That's
years,
right.
and you are a legal immigrant. So let's,
Yes.
you were talking about distraction with abortion. So let's go back to that.
Yes.
How do we see this misdirection and distraction with abortion?
Well, obviously, if we talk about women's reproductive health, or reproductive rights, they make it sound like people are stopping women from having babies, or people are forcing women, telling them when they have to have a baby. You kind of shift the focus. You make it seem like you're preventing women from having children or telling them when to have children. That's not what it is. You're basically killing a baby.
Right.
But
Right.
they shift the focus into to the woman. The thing that always gets them, I've answered a number of people that way, is biologically a baby has a different DNA than the mother. Drop the mic. That's it.
Right.
It's over. It's two
Right.
different, distinct individuals, and you are removing the smaller one, the one
Right.
that's
The
more
most
vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's point blank. It begins and ends there, and that's how you fight distraction, by cutting to the core, which is, what are you doing here? This is what you're doing, and that's how they distract. Like the shell game, they throw language around
Yep.
and terms
Yep.
around, and they make it look like it's something else. And one of the things they do, which ties into the other issue, the immigration, is they will literally throw everything together. The other day, I saw somebody talking about, illegal immigrants having a right to an abortion. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like now they're taking the abortion and they're
my
wrapping
gosh.
it into the illegal immigrants. They don't say illegal, by the way. They'll say, undocumented immigrants, or
Right.
they'll even say immigrants have a right to an abortion. I don't see anybody preventing people who come from other countries from having an abortion. But that's what they do. They kind of generalize and kind of confuse everything. And that's the distraction and the shell game that they play. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that you mentioned, because you have obviously no trouble with the idea of talking about legal immigration and illegal immigration.
Yes.
And you believe those are the best terms to use because they describe the situation the best. Can you give us that insight? Why do you think those two terms are the best to use? Because you think these describe the situation the best.
Yeah, the part that I've never been able to understand is why legal immigrants like myself love to just wrap their arms around the illegal immigrant and say, we're fighting for our rights. It does legal immigrants no favors. They're not doing a favor to themselves by combining themselves or saying we belong lumping themselves in the same category. We're not. There's legal immigrants who have followed the law, and then there's illegal immigrants. The term it tells you what it is. Basically, they're walking into the country literally breaking the law. What do you expect them to do when they get here? In other words, they're not respecting the country as they go into the country. The United States, in the history of the world, has the greatest, most incredible, most generous immigration policy of any nation ever. And yet, if you listen to these protesters, they'll make it sound like, people are beating immigrants to death or something. It's just a question of people abusing the system and wanting to sort of be entitled to it when they're not even respecting the law going in. So that's why I think those terms are clear and they tell you exactly what's going on. It doesn't play that shell game.
Yeah, Gabriel, I had lots more questions for you because this is a great topic, and it's a topic of interest in our church today. Even our church leadership has been looking at this through various lenses. So thank you, Gabriel, for being with us, and have a good week ahead, all right?
Thank you. God bless.